Hello friends, this video on matter in surroundings part 3 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now we'll see that this matter, the particles of these matter are moving constantly. For example, let me repeat once again, the particles of this matter, these particles are moving constantly. For example, these particles, they'll have a constant motion. They'll move around here and there. Okay. So for example, if you see, if you have this incense stick, agarbatti you call, and you lit it, you'll get the smell in, let's suppose, 30-meter radius. But if it is not stick, if it is not incensed, it is not lit, you'll not get the smell. Only when it is incensed, you'll see, you'll get the smell. Why? Because when you lit it, this is in gas state. We'll study about this later. And gas state has more motion. Anyway, let's understand that this has motion, and thus because of this constant moving, these gas particles actually, and even if you are somewhere here, right, these gas particles will actually come and hit your nose. When this gas particle will hit your nose via air becomes the medium here, and you'll feel the smell of this. Okay, and why this is? Because the particles of the matters are moving constantly. Okay, in this again same, you take a water in the jar and drop few drops of ink. Okay, and then if you'll see, this ink will spread on its own. It will take some time, but it will spread on its own. It will be like this. It will form something like this. It will spread on its own. If you heat it, if you stir it, it will become faster. So on heating, on stirring, the movement becomes faster. Movement becomes faster. So the point I am trying to say you here is, these particles are in constant motion. These particles are in constant motion, and they have kinetic energy. These particles have kinetic energy. Please note, I will not say the matter has kinetic energy, because the agarbatti has a hole or the incense stick as a whole is not moving, but the particles inside this is moving. The particles inside this water is in constant motion, right? So if you increase the temperature, if you heat it, the kinetic energy of the particles increase. So increase in temperature implies increase in kinetic energy of the system. Okay, that is something we know. Also, as you have seen, the blue ink which you put in the water, it will intermix on its own. Thus, if you see, this particle will be different particle, and water particle will be different particle. These two will be different particle, but they will mix with each other. So these two particles will intermix on their own with each other, and they do so by getting into space between each other. For example, this is a particular object. In this, let's suppose I want to add some particles, so they'll have space between them, and it will go into the space between them, and it will intermix, right? So this type of mixing is called diffusion. Diffusion is nothing but intermixing of n number of particles with each other by getting into space between the particles. Okay, so this is how it makes. For example, as I showed you, this is water molecule, and let's suppose this is ink. So these mix on its own. So this ink, if it is smaller in size, it will be between the space of this water molecules. So this process of mixing of ink and water is called diffusion. Okay. So as I told you, these particles are in constant motion. This is the example of, let's suppose, water molecule. So this all these red, blue, green you see is all particles of water, and these particles are in constant motion. They move in a faster way. This is the animation to show you. This is how it is. If you see any matter, it will have particles, and it will be in constant motion, right? So here in this screen, what you see is water as a matter, and this water has the particles, and these particles are in blue, green, black shape dots what you see, and they are in constant motion.
Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online tests, get free study materials, find tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.